Hi, Stampers. It's Lisa. Welcome. My name is Lisa. I am with Queen Bee Creations. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I go live right here on YouTube and Facebook every Monday and Thursday at about 2:30 for a live class teaching you guys something fun. And today we're doing a fun fold card. Shocker, right? And look how cute this is. We're coming up on the end of a catalog, and as you know, we're going to be getting lots of new designer series papers, and I'm really excited about that. But I still got quite a bit of paper back there I got to use up. So I decided that I was going to play around with this paper because this stargazing paper is gorgeous, and I did not get the stamp set that goes with it. So I've been a little puzzled on what I was going to do with the paper since it was so specific to being kind of a stargazing planets kind of thing. So I made a really cute card, and I can't wait to share it with you. Let me put you down on my desk. Okay, so we're going to be using the Comforting Thoughts stamp set. This is one of the things that's an online exclusive that's going to be going live tomorrow. So I would assume, sometime around midnight, the catalog will start switching over on our online store. And there are so many cute things, just so many cute things. So you have to make sure you come back tomorrow and shop with me because this stamp set is just awesome. I know I've got lots of stamp sets that have sayings, but these sayings are just so different. You're not alone. You can do this. I wish I could make you feel better. There is no good card for this. I don't have the right words to say. I mean, how long have we been needing good sayings like that, right? So that's cute. Kathy's passing hello on to the dogs. That's very cute. This is the stamp set. So again, I said I was using the designer series paper that has all the planets on it. And this is the inside. So this saying here and this one here are both out of our Comforting Thoughts stamp set. So I'm trying to get organized in time for my surgery. And so what I've done is I've designed a bunch of cards I know you guys are going to absolutely love. And I've been putting all the little parts in an envelope, getting ready to film them because I'm going to try to pre-film quite a few lives for when I'm out with my shoulder surgery. My hope is that I'm going to be well enough that I can join you in the comments, but I've got some great fun fold cards and I've got some great 3D projects that I think you're going to absolutely love. So this one is just another piece out of that same designer series paper. And this is 11 3/4. Now, I copied somebody else's tutorial, a video they had online, and I thought, why are we cutting off a quarter? I wasn't quite sure, but then when I started making the measurements, it was scored at 1 3/4, 4 3/4, 7 3/4, and then it's 11 3/4 over here. So it made sense in that it kind of laid out all that way, and that on the front we have these sections that are almost even. If we had another 1/4 inch, it would be okay. It would just, you wouldn't see as much of this middle panel. So it is 11 3/4 by 5 1/2, scored at 1 3/4, 4 3/4, 7 3/4, and it ends at 11 3/4. Then it's got a base that is our 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. This is in Starry Sky. And then I have a berry burst layer that is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And then this, overall, our ending piece is going to be, this 5 1/4. So it's 5 1/4 tall. And then once it's all folded up, it's 4 inches wide. So we can go ahead and glue these together because that's all nice and simple. That's just going to give us our base. So if y'all could do me a favor, if you're the praying type out there, say a little prayer for my car. My husband and I decided we're going to just go out and run an errand on Saturday, and it collapsed and just died at a stoplight. We have no idea why. It just, the engine turned off and it wouldn't start on again. And, I guess normally, I'd be worried about it, but not nearly as worried about it as I am in the fact that we need that car to get to the airport in Boise on Wednesday. My husband messed around with it all day Sunday. This happened on Saturday. Sunday, he messed around with it all day, back and forth to the parts store. Nothing was fixing it. And he has a friend he used to work with that's going to come over tomorrow and take a look at it to see. He thinks it has something to do with timing. I don't know. And he's going to see if he can fix it. But I need it to get to the airport because, I'm going to visit my daughter. She bought us tickets to fly out to New Mexico, and we need to get up to Boise, which is about 2 hours from here, in order to fly out and go see her. My husband has a little truck, but it's in worse shape than mine. His truck is a 97 Ford Ranger. He's in love with it. It's a piece of junk. It gets him back and forth to work. That's about it. It's got over 300,000 miles on it. So I am not taking that to Boise. It has difficulty going uphill, so it wouldn't be good anyway. Okay, so this piece here is a piece of basic white that is 2 3/4 by 5. Now, I just took a couple of the little planets and I glued them onto the corners. Now, these planets, I know I've told you guys before, when I get designer series paper and there's all these little things on the sides of the paper that really look incomplete, I don't want to throw them away. So what I do is I cut them off of the edge and then I place them onto, corners and sides and things where they look like they are going together. Oh, my shoulder. Yeah. Thank you, Ginger. My shoulder is still very sore and I'm all set for surgery. I'm actually not even that worried about the surgery. I'm worried about not being able to craft. We're getting a new catalog, and as demos, we can pre-order out of the new catalog the day I go into surgery. Kind of annoying. I can order papers, and a new product, but I can't play with it because they'll have my arm all tied up. Not cool. Okay, there was one more planet. There we go. I knew I had another one. Now these actually, I wanted something to match here. Now, when I cut these two out of the designer series paper, they were just punches. This was 1.5 inches and this was 3/4. And that just happened to be the size of the pieces that were on here. I mean, you can see, well, these was actually, that was this bigger planet, and this one here, I think, was this one. But I wanted it to match. So I just took my circle punch and then just punched it out of the center of the bigger planets to get the planet the size I needed it. That works, right? Nobody's going to know that these were not intended to be that size. They still look good to me. Then I took our Stylish Shapes dies and I die cut this one. This was about 3 1/4. No, I guess it's 3 1/8 or 3 1/16. I don't know. It's like a hair over. And then this one here. So this was the largest of the Stylish Shapes. And then this is one down. So this is 2 5/8. So if you had, I think I had a 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 circle or square that I cut the circles out of. And then this was a 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. And then I'm going to stamp onto them using the Starry Sky because I'm going to use the same color ink as I have cardstock there. Oh, this thing is just slipping and sliding all over the place. I have this on my glass mat. I put my glass mats under there, and then I put this paper over the top of it because it cuts down on the glare. It still gives me that solid stamping surface where I don't need the cushion underneath, but it had glare. So there you go. Need blocks. That's what I need. Okay, so I'm going to come in with my clear blocks, and then I'm going to pull out the stamps that I need from this. So I'm using Wishing You Comfort. So that's going to be this one. And then I had It's a Feeling Better Kind of Day. Now, I always line them up on my grid paper, making sure that my word is straight across on a line. And then I'm going to take my block and align it with the side over here. And then that's going to give me the best chance at stamping it straight onto my project. Although we are stamping on a circle, so I guess it's not as picky as if we weren't. But you know what I mean. I love to give you guys those little tips that even though they're not going to be necessary for this card, you're going to get a project where it is going to be necessary. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and clean these off right away because even though this is a blue, it has quite a bit of red tone to it. And it will have a tendency to stain the stamps if I don't pull this off right away. And this Simply Chamois is just water. I just dampened it in the sink and it pulls that off very well. And then about once a week, I'll take all my blocks upstairs and I wash them with like Dawn dish soap, just something kind of mild. Okay, I have already pre-filmed 2 lives that are going to go off when I'm gone. I have one already scheduled. It's up there. You can go to YouTube and hit the little remind me button, and it will tell you when that one goes off live. Again, I hope to be in the comments, but I will be in New Mexico. And then as soon as I get done filming this one, I'm going to go in and schedule the one for Monday of next week. The one on Thursday is a Ferrero Rocher box. You know how I do the ho 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 box? This one, it says mom. And then it's using the Simply Xenia stamp set. And then the one on Monday will also use the Simply Xenia, the whole suite, because I'm using the paper and everything with that one. And it's a box of cards with sentiments that are not attached so that you can mix and match the cards to the sentiment when you're ready to send them out. So it's a great gift box. Ginger said she told her husband she needs a sink and a toilet in the basement. It's fabulous. It's even got I have a little crown sign on it that says girls only. I love having my own bathroom down here. Okay, so now when I go to put these on, I'm going to do these with Stampin' Dimensionals because I want to give them a little bit of a pop. So I'm going to turn them over and put these on from the back, although it looks like they could go either way. And then I'm going to have this one kind of offset down here. I'm going to do this one up here. And then this piece, I wanted to have a piece of white in there so that if you wanted to write a message, you could, because there's really not much room here. So I'm going to put this over here, and this would be where you would write your message to the recipient. And I don't know, it's kind of a masculine card, kind of a kid's card. I went ahead and I decorated the envelope, just putting a piece of designer series paper over the flap. I just glued on the designer series paper, and then I took my paper snips and I trimmed it from the back side so that it has a coordinating envelope. And it's kind of kids, kind of masculine. I suppose this pink one could be feminine. It could go to anybody. I love that. Those cards that you can stick into your stash that are good for anybody, I just love. Okay, so I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool, and we're going to use the putty end, and I'm just going to start adhering a few of the rhinestones. I take this putty, keeping it on the tip, and then I press down onto one of the rhinestones and it's going to pick it up and allow me to move it over to my project. Let's see. That's 4. It kind of needs one more, huh? So let's put one up here. Okay, because we're supposed to put everything in odd numbers. So this one does indeed have 5. There's one up there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They say that odd numbers are more pleasing to the eye. So this one apparently needs a little bit more with the bone folder so that it will lay flat. When I first got the bone folder, I didn't think it made that much difference, but the more I use it, the more I'm figuring out it actually does. And then once that goes into the envelope and sits for a little bit, it's going to stay. It's kind of springy at the moment, but it will stay. I have my clear rhinestones in these little packets. These are for gum, those 35 sticks of gum, and then I put my label on it. They go in my drawer like this, and then they're all lined up in a row so that I can look at the label and see what's inside. And that's it. We were super simple today. I wanted to give myself time to go up there and pack for my trip. So this one's really easy. And I know it only took us like 20 minutes and we're done. So, yes, Carrie says, I know there's a lot of tools we think we can do without and then realize how much we needed them. Absolutely. Several people like the card. That's good. Make sure you put in hashtag prize patrol. You guys are always really good at remembering that for me. When you put in hashtag prize patrol, that gets you entered into the drawing because I'm going to stick this in the mail and send it to somebody before I take off on my trip. So again, I'm going to be out of town, but there will be lives going off as planned, and I will hopefully be in the comments to just chat with you all when I'm not out having fun with my daughter. So let's go ahead and share our screen and see who our winner is. Let's see, we'll take this one down and we're going to put up our wheel and give it a spin. Thank you so much for all of your well wishes for my shoulder and the car and the trip with my daughter. I'm just so blessed that all of you stop and take the time to wish those things to me. I appreciate it. Let's go ahead and spin. And remember, you want to come back and shop with me tomorrow for all of those fabulous online exclusives. If you are one of my customers and you're in my VIP group, The Realm of Creativity, I've already posted some pictures of what's going to be available. I can't put them out to like the general public till tomorrow, but it will be on my regular page and my Instagram tomorrow, and of course on the website. So congratulations, Helene. You are today's winner. You will get this card mailed to you just as soon as I pull myself together and get it out. So thank you for everyone, and I will see you when I return. Thanks. Bye.